Hey guys, so I was asked about the chart on page 341 regarding circles. So I just want to review some of that information. So we got to first go over a couple of bits of information. A radius is equal to half the diameter. So if you have a diameter of 10, the radius is half of that. So the radius would be 5. Over here, the diameter is also 2 times the radius. So let's say they give you a radius, you have to multiply it by 2 in order to get the diameter. So you have to basically remember that the diameter is bigger than the radius. So if they give you a radius of 5, you want to make sure don't put the diameter smaller than that. It has to be 2 times the radius if it's the diameter. Okay, so let's go through what they give us. In number 2, we're given a diameter of 10. Do you know what the radius then would be? Half of the diameter. So radius will equal 5, half of that. Okay? So then if we go on to number 4, they've given us a, they give us a radius of 2.5, and we have to figure out what the diameter is. So we know that the radius is 2.5. So 2 times the radius will give us the diameter. So we have to take 2.5 times 2. Okay, so we're going to turn this guy into an improper fraction by going 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. So then it's 5 over 2 times 2, which basically is 2 over 1. So we multiply the numerators, 5 times 2, which is 10. 2 times 1 is 2. And then we're left with the fraction 10 over 2. What's 10 divided by 2? Of course, it is 5. Okay, so if they give you a radius of 2.5, your diameter is 5. Now, we have a couple formulas we have to go through. We have the circumference, which is 2 pi r, or also pi times d. It's the same thing. Then the area is pi r squared. Okay, so let's look at number 2. So on number 2, they told us radius, well, we figured out, I should say, radius is 5. Diameter is 10. Now we need to figure out the circumference. So all we need to do is plug in something for that r. So it's going to be 2 pi times 5. So the 2 and the 5, that's 10 times, what's pi, do you remember? 3.14. Oops. Okay. Now anytime we have a 10 and we have a decimal, all we have to do when we're multiplying, just scooch it over 1. So now our circumference equals 31.4. And our last step is we have to figure out the area. So for our area, again, all we need is that radius. So pi times, what was our radius? 5. Pi times 5. But then you have to square the 5. Now that's not 5 times 2, that's 5 times itself. So 5 times 5. Do you remember what 5 times 5 is? That would be 25 times pi. So basically we have 25 times, I'm going to put the 3.14 up here. When it's bigger numbers, I like to put them on top. All right, and then we multiply. So 4 5s are 20, carry the 2, 5, 6, 7. 5 times 3 is 15. Then we add our 0. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 3, 6. And let's add it all together. So we have 0, 7, and 8 is 15. 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. And I had 1, 2 decimals in the multiplication, so I move in 1, 2, and add a decimal. So our area is 78.50. So by just that one bit of information, we're able to figure out everything. Okay, our radius is 5. We double it, diameter's 10. We get the circumference by multiplying the diameter times pi, or 2 times the radius times pi. It would be the same thing. And then we get the area by multiplying the radius, which in this case was 5, times itself, 5 times 5, and then all of that times pi. 25 pi, 3.14, and then we got our answer down here. Hope that helps.